All right, continue.
Wait,
All right, who's starting?
who's debating?
All right. My bad. Someone came in. I could, or you have to start, or you don't have to start, but you're the one who's on the like positive claim here, right?
Yeah, sure. So I'll just explain my evidence really quickly. So the data books explain that Haku, at least at his peak, and the ice mirrors technique is light speed, and all his attacks are light speed as well. And then Sasuke with his two Tomoe in one eye, one Tomoe in the other, is already starting to pick up on Haku. And then Haku states that he's going to basically end the fight, basically implying that he's going to use his full speed to end the fight and kill Sasuke, and then later on Naruto. And Sasuke is able to actually perceive this and stop Haku, and then later on Naruto does the same when he's enraged.
That's it. That's all you have to say there. I don't cut you off. All right. So how do we prove at any point in the fight Haku was going all out?
Because Haku states that I can't let this fight go on. My own art forces me to extend a great deal of chakra, so there is a limit to how long I can go on using this technique. So he basically already explains that there's a limit to how long he can go, and he literally says the fight cannot go on, so he's ending it there, which would imply that he's using his full speed, as he literally says, time to bring this to an end, and he has to be using his full speed since he already acknowledges that Sasuke can see him to an extent. And if he's trying to blitz Sasuke in this instance, so he would have to be going fast.
But you realize like three things directly contradict the idea that Haku uses full speed at any point in this fight. First off, the Zabuza statement where he says he was never fighting for Zabuza, he was always fighting for them. So subconsciously, Haku could just be like nerfed. Wait. Subconsciously, Haku can be nerfed. Second, the part where he says, I need to end this now, even if he thinks he's going his full speed, you can subconsciously like be holding back in Naruto, be not entirely in the fight. So we just don't know if Haku's like he can think he's telling the truth, but not be truthful to what he actually thinks in his like subconscious. And then on top of that, there's evidence that he like was getting perceived earlier, and then he wants to make himself faster. That doesn't mean he's going full speed. All that means is that he was going slower earlier, and now he's going faster. He could have been going like Mach 500 earlier. I was going Mach 850. But that doesn't mean he's near his full speed.
Okay, real quick, right? Can you bring like any facts at all to like substantiate your claims? Because you claim that Haku's holding back. All right, please, because so far everything is.
So you know, wait, you know, Zabuza pretty much implies it, and then just says it's impossible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But the data book also. Okay. Here's another thing. The data book also states that it is said that no method in existence can defeat this technique. Yet later on, we literally see Naruto break it apart. So that's already invalid. That's immediately invalidated.
The difference between those two statements is one says it is said, and then the other one just says the other one implies that it's impossible to react to from like no, like it's not saying a person said it. It's saying like it's the data book itself, which is like the omniscient narrator of Naruto, is implying it in the second part. But the first part says it said. So the first part can be a rumor, which is said by people who fought Haku, because obviously no one around till this time has been able to break it. And then the second part is just the data book's own implication. It's not an implication from people
around. But either way, it implies that it's impossible to see attacks sent out from this literal light speed movement, right? It implies that. But then we see them do that. We see them do that exact same thing. But I'm going to wait for you to substantiate your claims with facts and show that Haku's holding back.
I already posted it. Both these statements imply that Haku was pained to fight them, and Haku planned everything from the beginning. Scans.
All right.
Yeah, and then there's another statement.
This is after.
But Yeah, this is after the fight because they're
Okay.
going over the fight.
It pained him to fight with
This
you. Haku fought not just for me; he fought for you guys too. He was too kind. I've been worrying since the fight began, but Sasuke made it after all. That's great. Not me. Yeah. He never planned to from the very beginning. So you're saying from the very beginning, what's it called? He's been holding back.
Yep, that's what
But
this implies.
but that doesn't imply that he's holding back his speed. That could just be he's holding back his killing intent. So that when he lands those blows on Sasuke, he doesn't hit vital organs for a reason.
Well, you actually know that it's stated he had killing intent. I don't think anything he's holding back is a conscious thing he's holding back. I think him holding back is
Where was
like
it stated
something
he had
he didn't
killing
even
intent?
realize. More. I
Because
got you.
if you said it
I got
stated that he
you.
has killing intent, yet he didn't want to kill them, it contradicts.
That's why I specifically explained that it's something that would be subconscious. It's not something that's a conscious thought in his mind.
All right, so I'm gonna just need to see this.
Second.
So if you want to help Kai fight, subscribe. Nat and Ray are in trouble, but that's not even the craziest part because Kai was telling Ray that there's people that are trying to fight him.
Fix your audio.
Ooh,
Dude, we can hear everything coming from your mic.
my fault. Bro, who changed my name to Isaiah the Liar?
Again,
Y'all
hold
niggas are
on.
not funny.
I did.
For what purposes?
You're a
Doesn't matter.
liar.
Focus on the debate.
All right, Mexicans just says it. He attacks Sasuke with cold, murderous intent. Mm, Hello?
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Okay.
This is when he traps him inside the mirror. This isn't when he's going all out.
Does that mean why does it at some point he had killing intent and then he just lose it?
No, because this is directly this entire scan that you just showed directly implies or at least directly relates to when he uses his crystal ice mirrors what's it called technique. Because it literally says
The
Haku
statement
attacks
says the
Sasuke with
statement says
cold murderous intent
he
and
the
traps
statement
him
says
inside crystal ice mirrors.
yeah, so it's separating the two things. It says it's giving them as two different things that happened. He's attacking Sasuke with cold murderous intent, and he's trapping him in his ice mirrors. And also, you're saying that like that means at some point in the fight he had cold murderous intent, and then at some other point he lost it. When like the statement about like him planning it from the beginning, that would be from the beginning of the fight. But this is telling us that at least at some point in the fight, which is your interpretation, he had cold murderous intent. But like that would contradict, which is why I'm saying it's subconscious. It's not something that's conscious in his mind.
Mm.
'Cause I don't think he like lost his cold murderous intent. I was just accepting your argument to show why it still doesn't defeat mine, whether I accept it or not. Mm,
Mm, mm, mm, mm.
You looking for something, or you thinking of something?
No, right now I'm just rereading like not the entire thing, but like just rereading just to get full context real quick.
All right.
Mm,
Who's judging this, or are we getting a VC judge?
I don't know.
I got you, bro.
I don't want your judgment, Mobs. You're biased, and I don't like you. Anyways,
Who am
Who?
I
is Big
biased
Dump
for?
just
I hate the both of
uh,
you equally.
you're biased for
Nigga,
me?
you know me. How the fuck you hate me? Nah, word,
Dump,
nigga.
are you judging?
V's fine with it. I thought y'all was gonna do VC, but sure.
Oh yeah, we could do a VC. We could do a VC judgment. It's up to him. I don't care.
Yeah, bro. Bro, literally in full context, Sasuke literally in the scan that you show where Sasuke says not me, he never planned to from the very beginning. It's referring to what's it called? To Haku hitting him in his critical points.
From the very beginning. Hold on.
Yeah.
You're saying
Yeah, because I knew I needed full context. Because I knew for a fact Haku was using full speed. He just literally just didn't go for Sasuke's vitals. That's why I went
where
for
do you
full,
get the implication that the only thing he's holding back is not hitting his vitals?
because
Like
that's the
where
only
does
thing
that
it's literally said. It's stated right here. He literally says,
right
"Oh
there?
yeah." He says he's going full out, right? All out, right? He says he's going all out so that so that Sasuke doesn't perceive him, right? But then when he uses the needles, he doesn't hit Sasuke's vitals. So he does it to blitz Sasuke. So he goes max speed to blitz Sasuke, but he doesn't go to kill Sasuke.
You've already addressed this with it being like a subconscious thing that he's holding back his speed. You can think he's going full out. That doesn't mean that he is.
No, it's a
You
subconscious
can't
thing that
prove.
he's not trying to kill them.
Why does that not include his speed?
Because this entire
It-
even what
because
Zabuza even what no wait, let me finish. Even what Zabuza is saying that in response to what Sasuke is saying, right? So your entire what Zabuza is saying that it pained him to fight. That's not saying Haku
Zabuza
wasn't
and
going full
Sasuke
speed.
aren't talking to each other.
They're literally in the same. They're literally in the same. What's it called? The same area. And literally right
They're not
after,
talking to each other in context of this.
But what? Literally, okay, so Sasuke says, not him, he never planned to from the very beginning. Right? Then Sakura starts blah 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 blah. Sasuke-chan's alive, blah 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 blah. And then Zabuza continues after hearing that Sasuke's alive, boom. Then he continues saying, it pained him to fight with you. Haku fought not just for me, he fought for you guys too. He was too kind. I get it.
That's not them talking to each other. What
I never
Sasuke's
said they were
doing
talking
is
to
he's
each other.
thinking,
I'm saying Zabuza
yeah,
is
and are they in reference to each other?
because Zabuza is adding on to the fact that Haku was holding back his killing intent. He was holding it back.
No.
What do you mean no?
I've already shown a data book state, or not a data book, but like a omniscient narrator statement that just tells us he attacked with cold murderous intent, right? So unless you're calling the omniscient narrator a liar, right? That would just mean he had murderous intent, but something was stopping him from killing them. And you're saying it's only in reference to the needles, but we don't know that if that's only that. It can be both his speed and needles. Obviously,
Bro, but this is
like
oh my god.
Wait. If Haku's
In the
talking
in
about I'm gonna end the fight now, and he's like giving all these implications that he's going all out, and then post fight, we're just told he's holding back. Why would we believe that it's only his needles? There's nothing that implies
because
that like it's
that's the
only
only
his needles
implication
or
that's
only
made.
his speed.
That's the only
There-
implication
There's no
that's made.
there's no direct implication for either.
Yes, there
It's
is.
just
Sasuke literally
he's
says,
holding
"Not
back
me."
in general.
No, the
Not
only
me. He doesn't say not me. He didn't mean he didn't hit me with his full speed. He doesn't say not me. He only hit me in my like non-vital organs. He just says
yes, he
not
does.
me.
He
We don't
literally
know if
says
it's in
that
reference to
verbatim. He says that verbatim. He
verbatim.
says, Sakura says, I was afraid, I thought, and then what's it called? And then Sakura says, it's impressive that you prevented attacks to your critical areas. And then Sasuke says, no, not me, him. He never planned to from the
Why
very
does that mean
beginning.
it's only? Why does that mean it's only his
Because
vital organs that he's
it's
not trying to?
literally it's only in conversation
You
to
know
the
something doesn't need to be directly stated or even directly implied to exist, right? And it would be your claim that it's only one of those things. There's no narrative to say that it's only one of those things.
The
It's just
narrative
you're saying
is
since
the
this
thing.
you're
It's
saying
only
since this
it's
thing
only
is
directly
stated and
stated.
this thing isn't stated. Wait. You're saying since this thing is stated and this thing isn't stated, then it's probably only one thing that is stated, but that just is an argument from ignorance. We don't know if it's one or
How's
the
that an
other.
argument
We
from
don't know if it's
ignorance?
both.
Pay you, bro.
How's that an argument from ignorance? It's literally stated in the manga.
Like no
That's,
dicks
It's
is
I
so long
already acknowledge that.
and you still on Keon.
So how is it an argument of ignorance?
Bruh. If you say something
If
is
the
true and
evidence,
something
if the
isn't,
evidence
if you're
is
saying
in the
something isn't
manga,
true, bruh, if you're saying something isn't true because it's not stated, that is an
no, but
argument from
you're
ignorance.
no. Everything here is stated. You're bringing it and saying you're trying to twist it and say, oh, he was holding back on his speed as well. You're adding onto it. You're adding on something extra.
What do you mean I'm adding onto it? I've already given the implication for why it can be multiple things, not just vital points.
And then I literally debunked that by saying that the manga itself implies
Nothing in the
directly.
manga implies that
I
Haku
literally just
is
gave you it like twice now.
consciously able to reach his full speed.
I literally just I literally just directly countered your claim twice now with the manga itself.
Nothing in the manga directly implies that like Haku has no subconscious doubts or subconscious thoughts that are keeping him from like not going all out. Nothing in the manga implies he's using full speed because everything he says can be contextualized to either him thinking he is going to do this but not able to do this.
Everything in the manga
Especially since we
implies he's
know
going full speed.
characters in Naruto can be like, I'm gonna go all out and be suppressed by something else in their mind. We see this with like
No, but
Hiruzen
here's
who
the thing.
planned to beat Orochimaru,
No,
but he just
but here's
couldn't
the
bring
thing.
himself to.
Haku consciously did not go for Sasuke's vitals. And Sasuke noticed that. Sasuke realizes that. Haku consciously said,
Okay,
I'm not going to go for it. So he
what does that
consciously
mean
does that.
to anything else?
It's no subconscious. It's literally all conscious. It's conscious choices. Sasuke explains that it's a conscious choice that Haku did that. Haku was going to
How
go.
does Sasuke know what he's consciously thinking?
Because he's
Is
the
he
one
in
taking
his
the
mind?
attacks.
I wasn't relaxed, but
Like what? He's the one
taking
taking
the
the
attacks, but
attacks.
he doesn't know if Haku is in his mind. Like,
how does Zabuza know what Haku's thinking subconsciously?
it goes along with data book statements about light being impossible to dodge or react to, and it goes along with other things we know.
But then in that same data book, it contradicts itself by saying that nothing in existence.
It doesn't contradict itself. I already told you one of them is said to be, and the other one is just the thing like being stated by the omniscient narrator. One of them is going off statements from other people, and the other one's going off its own knowledge.
Yeah, abnormal, tremendous ability passed down only within Haku's clan. The kicking technique wrapped up in many mysteries. Only one thing is clear, right? That's off rip. So this is the omniscient narrator saying that only one thing is clear, right? It is said that no method in existence can defeat this technique. In an instant, multiple mirrors of ice are created around the enemy, reflecting nothing but Haku. For Haku, it's possible to move between mirrors at the speed of light. It's impossible to see attacks sent out from this literal light speed movement for the opponent. Nothing is left but to wait in amazement.
How does that contradict anything I've said?
Moment after he starts his attack, Haku. Is that like the rest of? Is there like a full translation of the entire thing? Because I'm telling you, there's context that's being missed. Because there's always context.
What do you think's like left out in this data book statement?
I don't know. That's why I want to see. Because before the other two scans that you showed, you left out the fact that Sasuke mentioned that it was about his own.
Do you know where like data book statements are? Right?
Huh?
Do you know where we get the book statements from? Like, do you know the site?
No.
Naruto, they translate the full page. This translation is of the full page. I didn't crop it. If you go to Naruto Versity and then check, it will be the whole page. Also, I didn't leave out context because the context is Sakura asking him, "How did you avoid these points getting hit?" He just says, I didn't. But she doesn't ask anything about like the speed, like how did you react to his full speed? So he doesn't even get the chance to say anything like that. So I
No,
didn't
but that's
leave
the
out
thing.
any
That's the
context.
manga. That's the manga directly implying that it has nothing to do with speed and it has everything to do with Haku's intent to actually kill Sasuke with that
Bruh,
attack.
that doesn't imply anything. It's
It
just
does
Sakura
though. It's
asking a
clear
question about one specific thing, and it doesn't even give Sasuke a chance to address the other thing, because it
because
probably
there is
doesn't
no
even
other
matter in
thing.
Sakura's
You're
mind.
adding, bro. That's the thing. You're
That's
adding that.
assumed.
You're adding the
That's the
other
most
thing.
assumed thing I've ever heard.
You're literally the one. You literally assumed that Sakura had a second question. What are you talking about? Like what?
Bruh, you can't be listening to my argument. Because when did I assume Sakura had a second question? My point was
You
that she
literally
doesn't ask a second question, so it doesn't give Sasuke a chance to even address it. He doesn't
because he
need to
doesn't
address
have
it.
to. You're
And
no, but
also,
that's
the fact that the statement doesn't exist doesn't defeat my point. Because a statement not existing isn't evidence that this thing
where do I
can't
find
exist.
data book statements? Where do I find data book
Go to
statements?
Naruto Versity. Naruto
Okay,
Versity.
I'm there. Oh, data book
Data
and
book
fan book.
one.
Right back.
It's data book one in the HAKU section.
Q2 files.
Yeah, because that's where the mirrors are described.
Yeah, type shit. Techniques.
Yo,
yeah, I'm not worried
this
about
got burnt. This got burnt. This
Ew. Why mobs got that name color? My bad, mob.
Keep talking and I'm gonna give it to you.
You gonna what? You're so
I'm
gay.
going to give it to you.
I'll take
So
the name away,
fucking
gang.
gay.
This nigga Victor keep asking me the same question.
Bruh. I just need the answer. I don't need all semantics. I need the answer.
Nigga, you were given the answer the first time.
Turn weird as hell.
Bro, how far down is this shit?
I don't know.
Shit
I'm
is
in a scan
fucking.
server floor.
All right, I found it. I literally just found it. I literally just
Scan
found it.
server.
Huh? What'd you say?
What scan server?
Yours and Chrome's. I don't use
Ew.
like the data. Oh.
Yeah, because I have all the data books. Duh. Well, I used to.
Yeah.
Ew, what the hell?
Damn, you
Gross
too
ass.
cool.
why you leave?
Huh?
It's impossible to see. To send out her the opponent. Nothing is left. Every single Iceman shows up. It is impossible. It's impossible to see attack center. That's not all things. Oh,
Mm-mm. After this, we could probably move on to another argument because I think we've been going in circles.
End it.
I mean,
I
we
don't
could
want to
go
end
on.
it. I want to make. I want to make a. I want one more argument.
All right, what's your other argument?
All right. I'm not dropping my previous argument. I still stand on. I just want to add
Yeah.
to what I've already said. All right. So like by the end of part 1 in the art book, I'm gonna bring up 3 different pieces of evidence, but they all lead to like the same point. In the
All right.
art book 1, by the end, Kishimoto thinks that a gun or a missile would like kill all of Naruto.
Yeah, that's
And
contradicted because
wait, before you say anything. In the Light Fang description, they think it's impossible to be dodged. And in the
dodges.
high speed teleportation jutsu, they describe it as light speed teleportation, and anyone moving at this speed, if they have a specific body, would be like torn to bits, right? I can post all 3 of those for you. And even like Nade, who's a Sanin, and the Sanin are some of the strongest ninjas like of all time. She just gets torn apart. Let me get the light thing for you too. Also, about this being contradicted, it's
Well, 2 of those things.
What happens isn't necessarily a contradiction, right? Because first off, it's like telling us it's impossible to dodge. So what the data book could be saying is that to like everyone who's currently around, it would be impossible to dodge. But Naruto just like breaks this impossibility by just
Can't
like,
that same logic be used for your other? You just fucking debunked yourself, nigga.
Why do I did it? Bro,
you did that same exact logic can be used for Sasuke and Naruto. Well, Haku's mirrors.
I already explained why you can't prove. I already explained you can't prove that it would like go back to that. We don't have a point where you could say that Haku would be logically going light speed without just assuming that he is.
Points.
We've already went over that, so we could just focus on this one. But I would just give you like 7 statements that are not seven, but like
you basically just
statements that all lead to the conclusion that characters can't be light speed.
But here's the thing: just high 2 of those. One. 2 of those are contradicted, right, by the story itself. Actually, no, a lot of those are contradicted by the story itself and feats.
Which 2?
Because, fucking what's it called? The Light Fang being unable to be dodged as Naruto dodges it, and then 2, which was the other one you said? You said something about not the teleportation one. Which was? Oh yeah, the missiles and guns. Nigga, he literally brings in a Pain who creates missiles, and guess what? That Pain gets fucking bodied almost instantly by Naruto. So that's already contradicted by the creator himself. Just because a creator has thoughts in the past, he could change that, and he could change that in the story going forward.
These thoughts come post Haku fight, right? So if he has these thoughts post Haku fight, he probably just doesn't actually think Haku is light speed or will go light speed normally.
And why would
hit by a missile and die?
And would just get hit by a missile and die, bro? Clearly not. Yep. Clearly not. Also, isn't that like fucking death to the author fallacy or some shit like that?
Death to the author isn't a fallacy, Nick. That's a fucking like way of interpreting the story. And, like we have no reason to believe. I don't even see why someone would bring death of the author in a big like. What is the legitimacy of the nigga who wrote that book? What's the legitimacy of the person who wrote that book? What if I wrote a book called Life of the Author and I was like, we should believe everything the author says in, out, around the story, anywhere? Like, I have just as much credibility as the made that book.
But what I'm saying is, right? What I'm saying is, when there's feats in an actual story that do not correlate at all with. You said what?
I've already contextualized those feats, and we've already went over this. The feats you've provided, I've given a reasoning as to why they don't contradict any of the statements and how both
contradict. Okay, but here's the thing: you just contradicted your own argument. No, with the light thing, yes, you did. With the light thing argument, you just contradicted yourself.
It doesn't contradict what I said before because we would need some reason to believe that Naruto is reacting to this nigga's full speed.
He literally says he's going all out. He says he's literally ending the battle now.
We've already addressed that, so we don't need to go over it again.
No, we didn't even address it.
We did talk about it. We talked about it for however long.
We talked about it, and then we just went past it without anybody freaking conceding to anything.
We don't need to concede. We can just move on and leave it up to judgment.
All right, so I guess we'll leave it up to judgment, I guess, because Jesus Christ.
Do you have anything more to say about these statements?
About which statements?
And all of them. That just imply that light speed is only for like the high tiers of the verses.
That's just not true because, bro, we have niggas like Minato being faster than the Raikage, who's been stated multiple times to be going at light speed. Then we have Naruto
That's a
going.
mistranslation.
That's a mistranslation.
Yep,
How's that a mistranslation?
I got you. I'm about to post
And then we
the
have
raw
we have
kanji.
Itachi. We have Itachi sending out light speed attacks in fucking part one Naruto
Yeah,
towards
that's also a
Kakashi.
mistranslation.
Everything's a mistranslation now. But
Yeah,
yeah, I would live to see that provided.
that's the right Kage statement. If you don't believe me, you could put that in Chat GPT or whatever you want yourself. Uh,
Where'd you post it? Scans.
scans. And then this is the
Wait.
Itachi one. It uses a kanji that's like hyperbolic, like the same as humans saying like lightning speed to kind of call something fast. So the water bullets are just called high speed if you actually look into the kanji, and the Raikage is just called lightning speed.
You said what?
So just said the kanji, both these statements are hyperbolic. The Raikage is called lightning speed, and the water bullets are high speed.
Target.
Why did you just delete my message mobs? This is why I don't like. Can I block them? Man, mom, debate me after this on um objective morality.
I don't know what that shit is. I can see.
Me neither. All right, GG. Someone put that in results.
Who won?
The given text is sort of poetic, idiomatic expression and doesn't have a direct one-to-one mapping in English. However, if we attempt to integrate within the context of the anime series Naruto, a rough translation can be from the fast flow like water spawns a bullet at light speed. From the blind spot it emerges to gouge out the enemy. This seems to be a description of a jutsu or technique, and suggests that the use of light speed attack that's launched. What?
Keep going.
What part of the kanji means light speed? Apologies for the confusion. In previous response, you're correct that provided phrase doesn't directly refer to light speed. The kanji used in the phrase which refers to high speed or velocity and used for light speed in kanji. They're homonyms but have different context. The previous translation seems to have been misinterpreted this part. Let me correct it. A more accurate translation would be at high speed, a bullet born from water emerges from the blind spot to gouge out the enemy. Okay, so what about
And then the same kanji is used for the Raikage one, if you're wondering. It's also just high speed. These are for like 3 other statements too.
same with Karin? Or not Karin.
Karin,
Not Karin. Fucking what's fucking Sasuke's lightning dragon called?
Kieran.
Kirin, yes, Kirin. Because that stage to be light speed as well. And as literally
I don't know what kanji
death
it uses,
or
but it's called unavoidable as well. So
can you provide that?
provide being called unavoidable. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Mm, 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 mm. I actually don't even know if I had the theme. Oh, it says inescapable. My bad. This translation I didn't do myself, but I also didn't do the freaking water bullets myself. But Raikage one myself. On God, you post that nigga. On God.
Victor don't believe that.
I don't. I'm gonna be real. I don't. I fuck with Minato more though. Mm, 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 mm.
Did you post it?
Yeah, I posted it. It's called Inescapable. Yeah, that's be like Inescapable.
Says the enemy landing to shape. Trace out the target. Ahead the speed of light is inescapable. Make you see it. But then Itachi avoids it.
No, he doesn't.
He summons Susanoo and blocks it.
Does he do it mid movement or does he do it before it comes down?
He does okay, so at least in the anime, we see Karin form, and then it goes slams down, and then it's revealed that Itachi had his Susanoo out. Which so it implies that he
All right,
he
why
popped
would
it.
we use anime though? We've been using manga this whole time.
Because I don't know with the manga, doesn't it? I don't know. I got to see the scan. I gotta see the scan.
I don't know.
What chapter did they fight again?
Man, fuck. Give me a second. Actually, does anybody else know? I've been getting my own scans this whole time. Can you niggas help me out? Bunch
I
of
do not.
fucking frauds.
Why you call me a fraud, man? I'm not Naruto.
383 through 389. I mean 393. My bad. Again, I didn't mean to talk to you like that. It's been a long day. What about the Raya stuff? No wait. I probably would have taken the anime if we had specified beforehand, but I don't want to use anime now since the whole time we've been using manga. I could have made different arguments if we were using anime for this beginning.
No, I thought I was using both as what's it called?
Better than Pain. Oh my god, I'm tired of Pain versus Itachi. God, Dry is just the
Same
strongest
thing.
ninja.
In the manga, we just see kaboom. Like we see Itachi doesn't have his Susanoo active, and then we just see kaboom.
Post it so I can see.
Bro, there's like mad pictures, bro. There's mad shit. There's like 3 pages, bro. Like there's
Screenshot 'em
one
all.
page. Screenshot them all.
Yeah, it's 3
That's OG.
pictures.
Not just 3, but I'm just not gonna crop them.
And CJ didn't join. He's my up.
What that name said.
Bro, it's not even 3. It's like 7 fucking different panels.
I just need fuck. I just need like the panel showing like Kieran coming down beforehand, where we see of Itachi before. Because if I'm remembering correctly, we see Itachi for a second, and then we get up. We look up at Kieran, but we don't see Itachi, and then Kieran slammed down. So we don't know
We
if
look up.
Itachi.
We see Itachi. We look up at Kieran, and then Kieran is fucking be gone with the thunderclap, and then we see Itachi again, and it's like white, and then we see the kaboom.
Post it. I'm trying to see.
All right, got you.
Mm, 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 mm.
All right, so it's this one, and this one. All right, my phone is about to die. By the way, ignore that.
Nigga, is that Drake?
Says that Drake.
Yeah, someone posted a GIF. That should look like Drake. Damn, he look fat as hell. Got a little gut going, bro. Manga readers. Excuse me.
Bro, stop, bro. Stop, bro. Niggas is not trying to pay for mangas, bro.
Bro, you can use manga. See, it has the correct translations.
Does Manga Reader have false translations?
Usually, from what I've seen, in Bleach they can say "Save Soul Society, Ichigo," instead of saying save the Soul Society.
You're a liar.
That's what it says. Go to the chapter.
I'm not talking about that. I don't care about that. You trying to say that's
What
the
are you
correct
talking about?
translation? It is not correct.
No, I don't care about the actual translation of this. I'm just saying use legacy.
Yeah, and I'm saying it doesn't have the correct translation.
This scan?
No, I'm talking about Legacy.
What does it get wrong? Actually,
Yo, can you pay attention for real quick?
yeah.
Because the nigga is trying to go to sleep.
All right, my bad.
Nigga, you suck.
Do I even want to make the argument? Whether or not, well, nah, I do. All right, so like the flow of events is like Kieran comes down and then be going with the thunderclap, and we like the light, but we don't see like Kieran's moving or if like the light just reflecting off Kieran crackling in the sky, and then it comes down. We don't actually see Itachi and what he does before it like fully comes down. There's no in motion panel.
Yeah.
We don't know if the light coming off is cracking down or something.
That's why I said I think the anime would be better for that, because with manga you only get so many angles.
Fuck anime.
The fuck anime. What's your beef with anime?
I think that's nothing. I actually like scaling anime, but I don't want to do this debate because my arguments would have been different if I knew we were using the anime. But anyways, I think that's about it. We could wrap up. You could go. We could like. Do you want a VC to judge, or do you want like an actual judge? Because we have like one.
I mean, we can have
two,
this VC judge.
three,
I don't really care.
Oh, so you want a poll?
Yeah, type shit.
All right, do a poll. I'm just gonna say, never mind. Actually, it doesn't fucking matter.